But I was talking about No Prep Kings because I keep hearing about it not coming back next year.
Yeah.
And that's kind of your area a little bit more.
The rumor mill swirls every year.
Well, let's put them out there.
No Prep Kings.
No, we have heard that Discovery dropped them. Don't know why.
Don't know if it's true.
Don't know if it's true, but we've obviously seen the shows start to go away, fade away. We went on the Fastest in America in Vegas for 3 weeks. It was a long.
Oh wow, that's a long
deal.
time to be out of a
Yeah,
race.
and that was the last. Or no, they did Mega Cash Days right after that.
Yep.
And those were the last
when they finished
street raced ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like actual public street that they rent them out.
Correct.
Of course. They're not like.
Well, Fastest in America started where we went was on a public street, and then when they finished it, it was done at an airport.
Yeah. Which is where Mega Cash Days was.
Made it kind of look like a street.
Yeah.
Surface.
It's funny because they zoom out and then you're like, who put all those lights out there?
Yeah. It's not a thing anymore.
Even at the street. I mean, they have, big light towers every 50 feet, porta potties, and the whole...
But, No Prep Kings, those are specific cars for only that style of racing. There's no other racing that is going to allow those cars.
Nope, that's their class. They obviously have... They have a lot of rules.
Like the factory roof quarter cars that are
your
pro mods
wing
underneath.
can only be so big, and obviously tire size.
Yeah, we went to... Well, it was in Topeka when we went to No Prep Kings. We rolled through tech, and small tire tech was nothing. I mean, they looked at the tire size and the cage cert, I think.
Yeah.
And then we watched them tech a couple big tire cars, and, they're measuring ground
turbos
clearance,
and...
measuring turbos.
Oh, yeah, because there's a weight for... I mean, it's class racing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Pro Mod or Radio versus the World on No Prep.
And they're all serious cars. It'll be interesting because I know, Pilgrim is who puts that on.
Yep.
And I think there was a crash that somebody died in.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was the lawsuit.
Fastest in America.
That's
that
the
was
lawsuit that they're dealing with is why it may not come back.
Yeah, that was the race we were at.
I heard it got settled, but
Yeah.
And I don't know anything besides rumors, which is why I feel comfortable speaking on this. Sometimes on this podcast I speak on things that I know inside knowledge on that I shouldn't speak on. This isn't one of them. I don't actually have any inside knowledge, just things that I'm trying to gather from seeing what other cars people are building.
Right.
Maybe some of these no prep, because I heard they haven't gotten contracts yet for next year. Yeah. So it'll be interesting, and they haven't shown the show hasn't come out yet. It was supposed to air.
Season 6 has not.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of posts on Facebook like, where's No Prep Kings or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously already been filmed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Season 6 has, but that's why I don't think Discovery signed them for Season 6. So now it's going to, just my theory, it's going to come out on something else.
Or something.
Whether, that's Hulu, I don't know.
I have heard that they were going to do it again. Like
Season 7?
Yeah, that they were going to film
year?
it, but maybe didn't have an outlet for it.
It's tough because these guys need big paychecks to do this.
Yeah.
So somebody's going to have to fork out some hefty money to make that show happen.
Yeah.
And if not, these cars are gone.
Serious.
Yeah, they are some serious racing programs, their rigs and
I think, I talk about No Prep Kings because people always make fun of Street Outlaws, but those are real racing. Like this isn't TV show racing. Like that's
no. You race the other guy, one guy wins, and
it's not TV show racing. at all.
The only time they ever told us, hype it up and stir some drama, and the only bad thing about that is. Are you guys for real, or are we for real fighting, or are you just TV fighting?
Right.
I mean, I'm serious. That's how it felt a few times.
Are we for real betting money, or are we just joking around?
Exactly. That's the other thing.
Because people throw out some big numbers, and you're like, well, do you actually want to bet that much money?
Yeah.
Or
and they're no.
We'll do $100 or whatever.
Not 10,000.
Yeah, but we're gonna say it's $5,000.
Yeah.
Because
it's like Monopoly money.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You have to check.
Yeah.
Like that's a real
you should
thing.
bring Monopoly money.
Because generally. In the past, when people used to bet us money, it was always real money.
Right.
Yeah.
But now you're like,
that's what we're used to.
Now we're kind of...
Yeah, if somebody's at the starting line and they say, $10,000 on a car, you'd imagine.
Yeah.
It's not just so the microphone hears it.
Yeah, if we lose, somebody is going to want $10,000.
Right.
Huh.
So that was the only thing. Otherwise, the racing was real. The cars are racing each other, and
Yeah, people
the drama was only stirred up.
There's no predetermined winners of these races.
Yeah, no.
Especially with No Prep Kings. I mean, I know I know a bunch of those guys, and that shit's real.
Yeah,
those are real baller cars with real billet Noonan motors in there and
it's
screw blown.
Wild.
And they're pro mod
adjacent. Yeah.
I mean, it's pro mod with steel roof.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only difference.
And stock wheelbase.
Heavier pro mods.
Yeah, they don't have the wheelbase and they don't have carbon bodies.
Yeah.
It's so nutty that those cars only exist in that one realm.
That's it. But like you said, it pays a lot to win, and
well, I mean, they
get paid a lot to be there.
Big tire, no prep. Outside of no prep.
Yeah, outside of no prep Kings, big tire classes, nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if no prep Kings goes away, maybe you'd see more of those cars,
They're going to have to go somewhere.
Right.
Well,
There's about like 25 cars.
I just don't think they're going to race that caliber anymore. It just costs too much to not get paid that much or be able to win that much.
Yeah, well, if those guys don't get a contract, they're not showing up.
No way.
Of course not. I think you already saw it with a couple of them didn't get their contracts renewed and they didn't show up.
Right.
Or they'll put 28s on them and show up to no preps that pay $50,000.
That's what I've started to see is they're either building a small tire car or have a small tire car already. Which, I mean, there's no doubt small tire is a pretty popular racing category.
Somebody shows up with a screw blower
and
small tire. It's pretty nutty. Happens. I mean, it's cool, but it's freaking wild to see. It's a cool world we're living in.
Yeah.
Freaking no prep screw blown on the street.
No, for sure.
Somebody's starting it with a spray in the blower hat.
But like you alluded to earlier, there's such a variety in surfaces, and like no prep Kings, for example, like
the no prep Kings we went to, real good.
It's a racetrack. Like
it's
you could get
real good.
You could get a car on a radial down it.
Oh yeah.
Quickly.
Well, Topeka is a pretty high level track.
Yeah.
It's not exactly like your back.
Well, and that's all the tracks they go to too.
Yeah, they're only racing it like we raced at Tulsa this year.
Tulsa this year was the one we went to.
It was a racetrack.
Dallas, Vegas, those kind of tracks. They're big tracks. Yeah, because they need the stands. The stands.
So no, it's only a no prep.
Right, because they
on the first day.
It'll be interesting to see what happens with season 7.
I'm
curious.
I'll be curious to see for sure.
Yeah, because if not, those racers are going to end up somewhere else as well. And they're all high-level teams. They're not just going to disband. They're going to be in some racing, Pro Mod or X275.
They spent a lot of money on setups and whatever.
Quit their jobs.
Yeah, don't have jobs, etc.
Yeah, their job
they
is
got to do
racing.
something.
Right. That's their job.
And luckily, I guess for the smarter ones or whatever, they've adapted and do YouTube and whatever else.
No, merch and all that helps.
They'll sustain without no prep Kings, I would assume, as long as they keep racing and
definitely the
content.
Top 16, I think, could.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they could find somewhere else to go race. It just would be unfortunate to be racing at that level and then back down quite a few levels.
There ain't another big tire event out there that pays $40,000. No. Not even close.
I don't
Especially
think
not every weekend.
No. Not really any kind. Small tire, big tire, doesn't matter.
Shoot, I mean, Pro Mod to win this weekend's $32,000.
Yeah.
And that's a big race.
Yeah, and you're not going to win that with a steel roof and quarters car.
And there's not as much of there is a point series, but they had a point series where you can win a bunch of money that way too.
Yeah,
$100,000 at the end of the year is a pretty big thing to fight for.
That is.
Yeah, and when you're racing on TV, obviously, like we talked about earlier, the sponsors are a lot more willing to spend some money because you're on TV every Monday.
It'll be interesting. I know No Prep King gets hate a lot on, but I think they brought a lot of people into.
Yeah. No, for sure. I think it was super good for the sport.
Like you go to the races and there is, I mean, you go to a lot of
booger eaters.
Yeah, you go to a lot of no preps and there's a lot of spectators, but you go to no prep Kings and there is a lot. Of booger eaters.
That's what we call
It's
them.
a different crowd for sure.
Oh, they are different.
They only know that.
Yes.
Discovery
Which is cool.
TV.
I mean,
But they have an avenue to watch it on, and they have an avenue to keep track on it, whereas it's not.
They're coming to the racetrack and spending money at racetracks, so I mean, hey, I'm all for it.
Yeah, Sean weighed boogers for money.
Yeah, hey.
I mean, hey, no.
$20 is $20. You know?
These race cars ain't cheap, dude.
No, they are not.
No.
Guys, thank you for tuning in to the Bogetti Clips YouTube channel. For the full podcast, check us out on Bogetti Studios YouTube and all your audio platforms. Also, hit that subscribe button to not miss out on any of the new Bogetti clips coming up.